Yahoy my gatos and welcome to day 8. Today it is cold, it is rainy, but that is mostly okay because we're going to spend a lot of time indoors. Specifically, you see me here on my way to the harbor district of Tokyo, where we're going to go to Teamlab Planets, which is an interactive art experience, I want to say. I'm here today with Ava, Rat, Extant, Kira and Sierra. And the first part of the museum is called the water area, which is why you saw some shoeless feet here. We walked through a submerged hallway and then into the first room, which was very special, as you'll see in just a bit in the clip. Yeah, this was probably, even though it was the first, one of my favorite rooms of the whole exhibit. It just felt really magical to be in this forest of LED strips and the coordinated light and colors and sounds, everything. It felt trippy in the very best way. It was a really great experience. I would highly recommend anyone who can access any of the Teamlab exhibits to check it out. And after just one hallway, we had to roll up our pants for a really fun experience. Is it when you touch them? Oh. Balls! Next up was a room with flowers projected to a rounded ceiling. The idea is that you sit on the ground and just look up and enjoy the visuals. It was pretty nice, but there was like a little incident that I'm gonna talk about in a second. First, we're gonna look at the video of the so-called garden section of the exhibit, which was sadly only one room, and it was this one with these hanging orchids. They are all live and growing. They kept rising and falling, and you could walk through them carefully. It was pretty, but kind of lackluster compared to the installments on the water side. So the boy yapping buffer will stay here while I tell you the one very memorable moment in the installment with the flower ceiling. We were all sitting there in a group, everyone quietly vibing, when suddenly a staff member approached and tapped Rat on the shoulder and told her she needed to move away because apparently there was a child right behind her that had peed itself. And then they came with small lamps because the room was very dark. But they came with small lamps to properly clean up the area. And the child, it's a tiny little girl, was just standing there in a little puddle. And I don't think Red got anything of it, but that was like a little bit disturbing our moment there. But it was at least funny and something we'll remember. Part of the final exhibit, the forest section, was this weird moss garden with metal eggs. I can't explain it, but you don't have to always understand art. And I dare say that sometimes art doesn't even make sense, or it doesn't really have a meaning. I want to say that. Maybe some artist had a thought behind making it, but if no one gets it, then I think it's not valid. Sorry. I have opinions about modern art. At least this does look very nice, very spacey. I love the steam coming in between the things. You could also touch them. They were kind of wiggling a little bit back and forth. Yeah, that's all there really was to it. The rest of the forest section was called the Athletic Forest and the Catch and Collect section. So it all was a very neon experience. Lots of things to climb over, lots of slanted floors. Kind of interesting. And the collecting thing was really fun. It had an app integration. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. Looking back, I apparently didn't get too much footage of this area. As I mentioned, I was starting to feel a little headachy because a lot of people, a lot of smells, a lot of loud music. It was just a ton of assaults on the senses. Still cute things. There was this little room where you could draw on the wall with like a magic wand. Here is my attempt at a heart and a cat. The cat looks like a clock. I don't know. It looks like a fun concept. Do not steal my merch idea. And then there was this section with like rainbow colored wobbly stair things that I climbed up. Had Ava take some pictures of. Was a fun experience, but oh my god, like they were so wobbly that once I came back down and was on solid ground again, my feet were so confused about it not wobbling anymore. Like it kind of gave me some motion sickness. I know, classic Mari. Yeah, no, it was cool though. Following that was the Catch and Collect Forest, where if you downloaded the app, you could interact with the animals that were projected to the walls. The app let you fire an imaginary, or like it's a knowledge arrow from the bow, and you would actually see the animals on the wall get hit, turn into light, and that's then you get information on your phone. And you would release them again, because this is not about killing. This was all about extinct animals, actually. So that was a pretty cool thing. I didn't actually participate in it because I was feeling really bad at that point. And also my completionist ass would have been very much trying to catch all of them. And it was like 100 different species. So yeah, maybe not. But watching Sierra do it was very fun, and I think the others enjoyed it as well. And that marks the end of our Teamlab experience. I liked it a lot, even considering the headache stuff at the end. There is another one of these, so we went to the Planets one, and there's apparently one called Borderless. I don't think I'm gonna go there within this trip, but maybe in a future one. I think it's definitely a fun experience. And on the way out, we came across this vending machine which literally has only water and the one drink that I love in Japan that I had just the day before complained about not finding. It was always kind of rare. It's always in vending machines, and I would only see it in very few very random places, and I was worried they had discontinued it by this point, but no, it exists, and apparently the really based people know and stack it. We then took the driverless monorail from the Teamlab exhibit to Odaiba, which is one of the central parts of Odaiba, the area. There are some shopping areas there that we want to have lunch at. I mean, a late lunch at this point. The drive over was very nice. We even got to sit in the very front, and because there's no driver, you get to look out over the front and feel like you're driving the thing. Or in this case, the boy and the rat are driving. We passed by some cool buildings like Tokyo Big Sight and the very famous Fuji TV building, before finally reaching our destination, Aqua City, which had a very nice yakiniku place that I remembered from, I believe, my very first Japan trip. It was kind of pricey, but I think we all enjoyed the meat, and yeah. Food is good. After, we headed over to Diver City, which has this really big Gundam. Yeah, it's a Gundam and it's big. That's really all. It's the Unicorn Gundam, I think. I don't know much about them, I'm very sorry. But they also had gay stairs, and I liked that very much. Those were very pretty. We then headed into a very big Gundam store, and I did a little video of some of their display cases here. I don't know, maybe some of you will care about what you can see here. I sadly didn't understand much. Maybe I should get into Gunpla. It seems very exciting for those who are. After a few quick more errands in the mall, we then headed over to Shibuya to do a little stream that some of you may have watched. This was the first time in Shibuya in this trip. I really like the area, even though it's extremely crowded, extremely touristy, but something about it just feels very nice. Maybe it's the fact that it reminds me a lot of games like Persona 5 or Tokyo Mirage Sessions, because they heavily feature the area. Our destination was Lost, the speakeasy bar by Chris Broad, who is a pretty well-known British expat in Japan. You can see here our setup of plushies, and then Rad and I used the table and the streaming setup to live sign some of the postcards with the print of the commission that Munch got for us. Yeah, that was really fun. It was a little exciting and also scuff, like having Twitch chat up on my phone and hoping that the audio was gonna be okay. But those who were there seemed to enjoy it, so that was really nice. The drinks were also pretty good. I had 2 Moscow mules who had an inexplicable purple sheen to them. Very nice though, very nice. Yeah, I had a really fun time. Sadly, we only had 2 hours in the VIP room. Maybe we can return there for a longer one, but then without streaming and just enjoying, hopefully. And somehow the day still isn't over. After the kind of mediocre pizza experience Kira and I had the other day, we were still kind of set on having a good one. And yeah, we took a very late train back to Akihabara, to this really small, kind of hidden pizza place, which was surprisingly delicious though. Had another little drink, we got some free ham as a snack, and then the pizza was really, really good. I had a normal margarita. We also had one on the table that was like camembert and pesto, basil pesto. That was really good as well. I had a few pieces of that. Yeah, and I also got a tiramisu at the end, which I don't know if it was made with ice cream or if it was just in the freezer too long, because it was kind of solid, but the taste was nice. We then got home quite late, which further added to my delay in getting out vlogs. But I'm trying to not let it bother me. I'm trying to catch up. Not every day will be as full and as long as this one. So maybe I'll catch up eventually. Either way, thank you for watching day 8. I don't know when day 9 will be, but it's a short one, so maybe I can get it out quickly. And then day 10 is gonna be super long again, so but it's okay, it's okay. As long as I keep going and as long as I have gatos who care about these vlogs and everything as well. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye!